Welcome back, everyone, to Soda City Live. Next week, alumni of Columbia International University and others will go to campus to celebrate the wonderful times they've had at the school. And one special alumna will not only be returning to visit, but to perform. Popular Christian music artist Laura Story graduated from CIU in 2003, and she's going to be kicking off the homecoming weekend ahead of the university's 100th anniversary. Diane Moll is Columbia International University's Vice President of Communications and joins us. So good to have you with us. So Laura Story, this is kind of a big deal. One, that she's coming to do a concert. This is a Grammy Award winner, Dove Award winner, but it's so cool to know she went to CIU here.
She is one of our beloved alum. We love all our alumni.
Yes.
But she is one of our beloved 2003 that was her date of graduation, but she has been part of the CIU family. We even had her for our 90th anniversary.
Yes.
Back in 10 years ago.
Yes, and we're looking at a picture of her. She's just one of the sweetest people, and so many people around here know her and love her, but certainly in the Christian music world, Laura has done exceptionally well, not just with singing, but in her songwriting as well. What would we expect from her that night of the concert?
You know, she has a new release and she also has a new book, and Laura just has a way of getting down to what really matters to each of us and what's happening in her life and how Scripture has informed it. So I think it's going to be a really refreshing evening, and the Columbia International University Ambassador Choir, beautiful choir of students, about 75, will be joining her as backup. It's going to be a very special night.
That is neat. And this comes on the heels of the Global Missions Conference that you've been having and going into homecoming. So this is like a very busy time at CIU.
This is so exciting, Dondi. I mean, for us to be approaching 100 years of our anniversary, so next Wednesday through Friday we'll have the conference. People will be able to come in and just get filled up. Speakers, over 40 speakers that we'll have, including workshops. It's going to be a great celebration. Alumni, friends of the school, business partners will all be joining us.
Wonderful.
Probably over 1,000 right now is what we're looking at.
And the public, well, you know, we talk about the anniversary and alumni coming for this. This is open to the public to come to the concert.
Open to the public for the conference as well as the concert.
Oh, good.
We have
Yeah.
not just churches coming, but organizations coming. So it'll be just a very special time.
Packed houses for everything.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about the connection that CIU has with WIS, besides me being a big fan of CIU and so many people there.
I think it was right here in this studio in the 1960s at our CBC choir. And now, of course, we have the choir singing with Laura Story on Friday night, but they would sing to Columbia from this studio.
That's wild.
Then our one of our presidents, his wife, sweet wife, Muriel McQuilkin, which is just a whole nother story.
Exactly.
Would be on Joe Pinner's show, Mr. Knows
Mr.
It.
Knows It, yes.
And she created that, and she was a regular on that on Saturday morning, starting from like 1970. I believe up until the 90s.
And you know, for one of the pictures we just showed said Columbia Bible College. And for people who don't know, it used to be called Columbia Bible College for years and years and years. And then it was like, because so much is available, you broadened the outlook, the scope of it by calling it Columbia International University.
New programs. I mean, we started right down here 100 years ago, a couple of streets over on Hampton Street. And now we are on campus at Monticello Road since 1960. And that first graduating class was 7 students. We have over 2,400 students now, and new programs, nursing and science, under our current president, Dr. Mark Smith. Amazing growth.
That's fantastic. So if somebody would like to go to the concert, give us the details on ticket prices and what they need to do to get a
Yes,
ticket.
go to laurastory.com, $25 for the ticket, 7 o'clock on Friday night on Monticello Road. And then the conference, November 2nd through the 4th, will also be at CIU. You go to ciu.edu/global.
Yes, that's fantastic. So we're talking about CIU being 100 years. You've been there.
Not quite 100.
Not even
quite
close.
100.
But you've been there for
associated with
decades, right?
Yeah, we have. We have been associated, my husband and I, since 1990.
Wow.
And then I've been serving with the university since, well, about 10 years, since the 90th anniversary.
Yeah.
And I just feel so just blessed to be part of a school that was started by a woman, by Emily Dick, came from Chicago, and she had a vision for Columbia. And then we call it the 5 praying women. She gathered 4 other women around her. And this was a school started by women and just has such a vision, not just for the community, but for the world.
Fantastic, and doing it so well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Diane, so
Thank
much for
you.
being with us on Soda City
Thanks.
Live, and do hope you can get to that concert. We'll have more Soda City Live right after this.